Hey, it's Cassie here with Super Sister Fitness. I'm a health and weight loss expert from Cassie.net, and today we're talking about how to eat more calories to lose more weight. Seriously, you're gonna wanna tune in for the whole video to make sure you don't miss a beat. This is a really important topic, especially if you've followed all of the diets and been starving yourself and you wanna know how to do this, then make sure you stay tuned for this whole video. Comment, like, and subscribe for more food and fitness tips, and let's dive in. All right, so this can be a really scary topic if you're someone who has starved yourself for years, you've followed all the diets, you're used to restricting, you're super out of touch with your hunger and your full sensors, but I want you to hear me out because I've worked with hundreds of women who have done all of the diets and they haven't been able to lose weight and keep it off, and they're so sick and tired of being frustrated with this and starving themselves, and they just wanna feel good and boost their metabolism and eat like a normal person. So if that's you, I'm gonna walk you through how you can heal your metabolism and eat more food to lose more weight. So let's start by talking about how your metabolism works, because this is exactly why you're gonna need to eat more to heal your metabolism and to lose the weight. So if you can think of your metabolism kind of like a fire. Now when you throw wood into the fire burns. And when you take away the wood, that's when the fire dies out, right? So your metabolism is like that fire. When you feed your body food, when you give your body more calories, that's when your metabolism gets revved up and works. But when you starve yourself, that's when your metabolism slows down. So anytime you're dieting or starving yourself, your body actually tries to conserve energy by slowing down your metabolism. And that's why when you diet, you feel tired and you feel crabby. And a lot of times you just don't have energy to do the things that you want to do because you're starving yourself. You're literally not giving your body the food that it needs in order to survive. And your body's super smart. And it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to slow everything down then because I don't trust when she's going to eat again. So that's why the most important first step to healing your metabolism is to eat more. Now I realize this can be scary because especially when you're used to starving yourself, it can be scary to know where to start when it comes to eating more food to heal your metabolism. So this first step, and this is for you if you're someone who's been starving, you've been restricting, and you want to heal your metabolism. So this isn't really like, there's not always a one-size-fits-all solution, but with the women that come to us who've been starving themselves and they're ready to heal their metabolism and boost it and eat like a normal person, this is the first step that we take. You want to eat every few hours. And it doesn't matter if you're hungry, it doesn't matter if you're full. We actually have you starting out by eating every few hours so that your body can learn to trust you again and you can boost your metabolism in the process. And this is what gets you on track to healed metabolism and a body that trusts you so you can start burning food for energy. So eating every few hours, and it doesn't have to be a lot. We're not talking about like a huge meal every few hours. I want you to think about PFC, so protein, fat, and carbohydrates. I mean, your snack might be one hard-boiled egg with, some carrot sticks and guacamole. The guacamole would be your healthy fat, the carrot sticks would be your carb, and then the hard-boiled egg would be your protein, so your P, F, and C. Or it might look like a salad, the greens and the veggies would be your carbs with some chicken on top, that could be your protein, and then maybe you've got some olive oil, drizzled over there and that's your fat. So we're not talking about like huge meals, but the reason why you wanna do it every 3 to 4 hours, even if you're not hungry, is so that you're getting your blood sugars stabled out and your body learns to trust you again. So we just wanna get into like a really consistent pattern here for healing. Okay, step number 2 is to eat more fat. Now this can also be super scary because if you've restricted and dieted, I'm guessing that you've followed the low-fat, fat-free diet and you're used to eating things that don't even taste good. And fat can be scary because a lot of times we think that the fat that we eat turns into fat on our bodies, and it doesn't work that way. That's not how the science works, but it's really important to actually eat fat to heal your metabolism and to boost it again. So what you wanna do is you wanna make sure you're eating good, healthy fats like avocados, coconut oil, even butter, even nuts and seeds. And we're not talking about like sticks of butter here. I'm talking about just like a couple tablespoons of fat every time you eat. And that's gonna help your body slow down the absorption of any carbohydrates that you eat. So what happens when you eat carbohydrates or sugar, and it's not a bad thing, we wanna make sure we're eating carbohydrates. And carbohydrates are, your fruits, your vegetables, bread, pasta, all that kind of stuff is carbohydrates. And carbohydrates turn into sugar in your body. That's just what happens when you eat them. They turn into sugar in your bloodstream. And fat actually helps your body to slow down the absorption so that it's more of like a long-term, like flat effect, so you keep your blood sugar levels stable, versus riding a blood sugar roller coaster where you get like a surge of carbs and sugar and then you crash and then you feel hungry and you have cravings. We want to get off the blood sugar roller coaster and keep things super stable. That's going to help boost our metabolism and really heal it from all the damage that we've done over the years. So eating healthy fats is really, really important. Just eating a couple tablespoons, or maybe like a quarter of an avocado, or a couple tablespoons of butter, or a handful of nuts, handful of seeds, every time that you eat is going to help keep your blood sugar levels nice and stable and help that healing that needs to take place, because fat is super, super healing, and that's what's going to help heal your metabolism. All right, the third tip is we want to break the myth of all the dieting foods. So here's the thing, if you were in the mindset of eating less and moving more, like so many of us were for so many years, we were told that the metabolism equation was just to restrict our calories, to burn more than we're taking in. And when you do that, a lot of times you reach for the foods that are marketed to you that are low in calories and low in fat. And we want to actually stay away from those foods, because those are the types of packaged processed foods that cause inflammation. And you know what? They even cause weight gain. A lot of times we don't think that those types of foods will cause weight gain because we're told that they're supposed to help us lose weight. But when you have that inflammation in your body and that builds up over time from eating a lot of these packaged processed foods that we're told will help lose weight because they're low in calories, we need to get out of that calorie counting mindset, and we need to heal our metabolism by eating enough food, eating enough fat, and also staying away from these packaged processed foods that cause inflammation. So really it comes back to food quality. We want to focus on real whole foods. The quality of the food that we're putting in our body is so much more important than the quantity, and we get so stuck in the quantity when we're thinking about calories in and calories out, and we've just been doing that for so many years with dieting, that really you want to just bring it back to eating whole, real foods and staying away from all the packaged processed stuff. Fourth dieting rule to break, and this is a really, really important one, is stay away from artificial sweeteners. Now, these are in all sorts of the dieting foods because they don't have any calories. And when we're in that mindset of calories in, calories out, and we're restricting calories, the food quality awareness just goes totally out the window. So they've used artificial sweeteners to not add calories to our food. And here's why they're terrible, is that they're not natural. They're actually made in a lab. They're fake. They cause inflammation. Just take aspartame, for example. That was a rat poison being developed. And there were a couple of scientists. This is actually just a crazy story. One of them said, test it. And the other one thought he said, taste it. So he licked his finger and he was like, this is actually really sweet. And then long story short, they were like, let's put it in food, which is just crazy. And we don't want to be putting rat poison into our body, right? Like that's not going to be beneficial for anything, especially when you're trying to heal your metabolism from all the damage that's been caused over the years. So stay away from all the artificial sweeteners, the Splenda, the sucralose, the aspartame, the NutraSweet, all of it. These are just not good for your metabolism or anything to do with your body. Even though they're calorie free, we want to break free of that calories in, calories out mindset and focus on real whole foods. So the two other problems with artificial sweeteners, number one, your body doesn't know how to process them, so they actually slow down your metabolism. And number two, they can increase your sugar cravings. They can make you crave sweeter things because they are so much sweeter than sugar. So it's really confusing for your body because there are no calories in artificial sweeteners, but they're so much sweeter than sugar that your brain gets really confused. It's like you're tricking your brain, and your brain's like, okay, super sweet stuff, no calories, I want more. And that's why you actually crave more sugar, sweeter things, more food. And a lot of times people actually end up eating way more when they're using artificial sweeteners, which is really the opposite effect of why we're using them in the first place. So long story short, skip the artificial sweeteners. So there you have 4 rules to break to eat more food to lose more weight. I actually put together a guide with 10 of these. So if you want 6 more, go to 10rulestobreak.com. We've got that linked below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a lot. I hope this helps you to start getting on track with healing your metabolism and overcoming all of the dieting myths and mentalities. So I'd love to know, what did you find most helpful in this video? Have you tried these things? Has it worked for you? Are you stuck in that dieting mentality? Are you excited to get out of it? How have you healed your metabolism? Go ahead and comment below, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.